Hello everyone, Mike Arnold here, co-founder Path Trading Partners, along with Bob Iacchino, trying to get myself to come on camera. Still having that issue. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Strong rally in Tesla continues. By the way, if you're new here, please do consider subscribing, ringing the bell, and clicking the like button. So, how's everybody doing? Buy signal from a couple days ago really panned out well. Plus the levels today. Put some in Discord. Let's just do a big picture overview first off, just to because we need to talk about something. We need to talk about something, and the first thing we need to talk about is that Kalani gave a super chat. Fantastic! Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Really do appreciate it. A wavy welcome, welcome, welcome. Close of the week. Your 1069 level marked the high nearly to the dollar. Well, thank you. Above all the moving averages next week looks good. So here's just a weekly with just a rotation zone. Coming down last week to the bottom of the rotation zone, and this week rotating up. And remember, we watch everything on a closing basis, so never close below the rotation zone. So the daily was in bearish. Remember, 4 hours in bearish, and then it all shifted earlier this week when we got the strong rally up and those buy signals. But outside week, easily eclipsing this thing. So just wanted to review that. So the weekly is still in bullish. Daily, I mean, we are in bullish mode since we have buys, but yesterday we shifted to neutral, and today is still technically in neutral. And overhead, it still has a fair amount of resistance. Keep in mind, we did trigger that massive weekly double top, but that's still in play until we get up in this around 11. I think it was 1177. Once if that goes out of play, then we will review. 4 hour is in bullish, 1 hour is in bullish. So you can see how things just shift, but you can get buy signals even when the daily's in bearish. You just use your targets to move up your stops more aggressively, but you can see how the weekly rotation zone held very nicely, and that gap was finally filled. So, yeah, I mean, going into next week, unless disastrous news comes out, I'm watching for higher prices, and we'll update the levels. Let's just take a look at the intraday chart here. The intraday chart, let me switch cameras and everything. So, we had the 10 from yesterday. What were our levels yesterday? We had 1038 on here. Here's the key levels from yesterday. And then this morning in Discord, once we got this little pausing area, I went from back from these lows, back from earlier, to this little pausing area, which gave me 1049.73, and you see pausing then again there. Then we had the 1067 to 1069 area cluster, and then I didn't post this in Discord. There's really just no point. I was taking it easy this afternoon. But here's a great little area if you're looking. Once something's run real far, and if it breaks to new highs, it's a great area to do a reverse harmonics. Here, I'll just show you right now. Here's a little reverse harmonics from the sideways channel, giving me 1072.59. And look at that. Right there. And we're starting around lunchtime in the afternoon, shift to the 15-minute rotation zone and coming down. So that's how you use all those different combinations of levels. Just want to, again, point that out to everybody to help them learn how you can do different combinations. When I use the reverse harmonics, and that was a great little area, because I'm not just going to come here. It wouldn't make sense. Like, we could have put it on here once it went through that 1068, 1069 level. But look, I mean, that's going to be the levels essentially for next week. You're not going to, I mean, theoretically, I guess it could have exploded at the end of the day, but it's a holiday, and you want to see what the closer levels are, especially if you're looking to take some profits or move up a stop. And that's where those reverse harmonics are fantastic, especially on a sideways move. So just wanted to review that. Going in, remember, no trading tomorrow. So let's see here. I just want to take a look at some key retracement levels down here, see where there's some major stuff. We can also pull those levels off. So essentially for Monday, I'm going to be watching the bottom of the 15-minute rotation zone for the first key level of support. Here we have an advanced clear path move all the way back down to this possible 10-11. So if anything bearish comes out or something happens, that's the key stuff to the downside. To the upside, pretty much as long as we're above this 1060, right above here again, 1068, 1067, right in there, I'm in bullish mode. If we do go into this advanced clear path, I'll be watching for minor support besides doing some projections downward to about 1050. And then my major support is coming in about 1026. And then you can see all the way back down to about 1011. So that's going to the downside. To the upside, yeah, see that 12.5%? Look at that 1 hour rotation zone. So that's really key. If it does sell off at all, that's where you're watching for. And then let's just check that 4 hour, which isn't going to give us much, but that's all the way back at this 1,500 to 37.5%. So that's going to be your major support on any sell off, at least beginning of next week. To the upside, let's take a look at this. My next target up is about 1084 area. Then I'm going to 1096 to 1100. Then I'm going 1114 to 1119. Wavy asked, do you see new highs off this move? Still hard to say just yet. I mean, we got delivery numbers that I guess are going to come out on the 2nd. But this is another strong move. I don't know if the selling's done yet or anything. I didn't see any strong reaction today. We had the selling yesterday, which is very ironic. I already talked about that. And by the way, from all the comments I get, he clarified it. He clarified it at the end of the day after he was done selling through the whole day into that strong rally because people thought it was over. And I'm standing by my comments. If you don't like listening to the channel, don't bother listening to it because that's considered market manipulation and stock price manipulation. And then he knew his plan was kicking off that same day and sold into it. So there you go. Not going to apologize. And for all the people who don't like what I have to say about it, just don't watch the channel. Don't learn the stuff. It doesn't matter to me. Yeah, I think you'll still hear some selling next week from still the plan. So, but it just depends how juiced up the thing is. And we have the Santa Claus rally, and we'll have to see how strong it continues next week. But again, still watch for those momentum bars to the downside, and we're in a major area of overhead resistance still. Yeah, I'm still going off price action. I mean, it's still long from those signals, and it's just moving up the stops at this point. And if it keeps going to new highs, you keep trailing the stop. If you start getting momentum selling back to the downside, depending on where your stops are, you take some off and then keep a bigger stop in place. And then if it turns around, you can always, on a rotation move back up, re-add to your position. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I didn't see anything. We'll still see if there's a 4 and 4. I didn't see any signs of the selling today. Yesterday it was really hard to see because that's rip your face off rally. So so back to your comment, Wavy. New highs. It doesn't really. Again, that's in a prediction. I don't have a signal that would say, "Hey, we're going to like 1,200 or 1,400 or anything off this move yet." But that's why, again, I'm not trying to predict. I'm trying to trade the market, not predict the market. There's a big difference. So, and the way I take advantage of these kind of things, and with any stocks or anything or the futures, is when you're in a good solid position, you can take some off the key levels. You can put some back on pullback rotation moves or reentry moves, and on your remaining position, you can trail a stop. So if it keeps going, you're still in it. as I said before, it's don't try to sit here and call highs and lows on every move. It's a fool's game, and A, it'll drive you crazy. B, it'll make you overtrade. You're better when you do have a good position like this, is to keep just trailing. Uh, and we've talked a number of times about trading around a core position, and that's a really good skill to learn to develop, because then you can honor rallies. You can, trail and take some off of key levels, and there'll be rotation entries back. It's not like this is never going to pause again to the upside. It's not like you're never going to get reentry attempts. So that's where you learn to watch for these key moves in the rotation zone and rotations back up, or key double bottom patterns, or like I use sometimes my percent B reentries. So that's just the way you do it. Don't try to predict. Trading is very different than predicting. People, just love to predict, and then they say, "Oh, I was right on this one," but they neglect to talk about all the times their prediction didn't pan out. And just because you predict something, if you don't take advantage of it, then it doesn't matter, does it? This rally just reminds me of the first rally from 900 to 1240. It's a very strong move at this point. I mean, it's got that strong momentum, and we also had all the options juice kicking back in. So yeah, I mean, it could easily even come up here. It could even come up and test that channel line we still have up here. But we'll have to see as we get through this major area of resistance. Uh, you got to just focus on the price action. That's what it is. And it's not just, see, the other problem with prediction is you want to be right then. And you don't necessarily see what's in front of you because you get a scotoma. You sort of put blinders on, like those horse blinders that just have you looking straight at it, just have you looking and blocking out everything that you don't want to see. So you might not see the bearish setups. You might not see a warning signs that a top's been put in, because you're still saying, hey, I predicted this. I want this to happen. And so you start to ignore clear things in front of you, and then your trading can take a hit from it. So that's why we also analyze both the bullish and bearish cases. I mean, could this go back to 1,000? Yeah. It could have go back down. We saw that double top pattern. Could it go back down to these key levels down below? Yeah. But if you don't ever want to look at the bearish case, then you might miss a lot, or you might be caught off guard. So that is about it for today. Again, no trading tomorrow. It is Christmas Eve, and the markets are closed because the Christmas is on Saturday, so they're closing the markets on Friday. We will be doing another Then Tesla video on Monday, and we'll be doing a market overview on Sunday, Boxing day after Christmas. I hope everybody can join me then to prepare. And again, for everybody who does celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful, safe, peaceful weekend. And if you don't celebrate Christmas, then still have a wonderful, safe, peaceful weekend. And I'll hope your trading went well. Hope some people have learned something from this channel. Thank you, Wavy. I really do hope. And thank you, Kalani. Happy holidays. I'm very thankful for you in the Discord community. I'm glad that Discord community has taken off so well. By the way, if you want to join that, links are down below. And just enjoy your time. If you're not trading anything like cryptos, just enjoy your time. Get away from the computer. Get away from the markets for a couple days, and then we'll prepare on Sunday. So I will talk to everyone then. Bye for now.